Welcome to JazzTime.com. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. We offer the lowest prices anywhere online. If you want to know the price of the watch, simply click on the links in the description below. We greatly appreciate it if you buy a watch from JazzTime.com once in a while. Today we'll be reviewing this custom Daytona that we did for a customer. This is the base model 116505. We'll be going over the dial, bezel, case, crown, bracelet, clasp, and we'll talk about the movement towards the end of the video. Alright, so jumping right into the dial, you can see beautiful gem set hour markers with the sort of flaked Everrose gold subdials, which is the chronograph subdials, which is the 30-minute elapsed time at the 3 o'clock position, 12-hour elapsed time at the 9 o'clock position, and the true seconds hand at the 6 o'clock position to track that elapsed time for that 60 seconds. Specifically, what do I mean by custom? Well, here at JazzTime.com, we do sort of custom orders or custom modifications requested by our customers themselves. So we do have various inquiries throughout the year where customers are looking to do something similar to a different Rolex models. In this case, we're looking at the base model Daytona with a sort of mimicking of the gem set Daytona. Which we've done with the change of the dial, having that the gem set dial, and of course with the bezel with the gem set bezel. Previous models that we were already doing for other customers were Datejust models like Datejust 31s or Datejust 36s, where people were looking to have diamond hour markers or diamond bezels without having to pay the sort of exorbitant Rolex pricing for those things. So you would have a much larger savings while getting very similar results to what you would pay the original retail. So with this Daytona, we had our watchmaker, of course, take as much consideration as possible to make it as close as possible to the gem set Daytona that you would see. That typically goes for around like $300,000 or so. But here at JazzTime.com, a custom job doesn't cost $300,000. Like, we'll have the price in a link in the description below, but you can 100% guarantee it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg just to get something very similar to what Rolex has done with the gem set. And if you hadn't already noticed at a glance, it's already absolutely gorgeous. We have the transitionings from the red gemstones to the orange to the yellow, greens into the blues, purples to the magenta, to the pinks to the magentas, and the hour markers. The hour markers doing the same as well. You can see those different color variations as it rotates around the dial. Specifically for the process, of course, the original dial is removed. So this is the original standard dial that we've started with. This was a white dial with that sort of Everrose gold on the subdials itself. So that is removed and replaced by this gem set version. And then I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. And then of course this was the original bezel for this Daytona. You can see Everrose gold bezel with the tachymetric tachometer scale. So, of course, our watchmaker takes careful consideration to make sure the whole watch is sealed up. So the bezel comes off. The gasket, of course, is taken very good care of. Dial is removed, and the dial is replaced. Of course, as symmetrical as possible. Of course, you want that perfect 12 o'clock position, perfect 6 o'clock position. So that dial is replaced, and then the bezel is placed back on with the gasket, so it's nice and sealed. So you have the watch itself is completely factory. Like I said, we take the base model 116505 and only adjust the parts that need to be adjusted. We don't do anything else. The only things that are changed is the dial and the bezel to match with that gem set Daytona. But however, in this case, our customer went all the way throughout and also pavied out the lugs as well. The diamonds themselves are, I believe, G to H in clarity. Unfortunately, I don't have the exact carat weight notice on me, but like I said, we have the link to the watch in the description below, and you can check it out there. So besides that, the dials, as you would expect, beautiful gem set dial. Then moving on to the bezel, of course, set in that rose gold as well, matching the high polish around the outer edge. having that beautiful transition all around that you would expect from a rainbow Daytona. And then moving on to the case now. For this specific model of Daytona, it is a 40mm case size. So from my index finger to my thumb here, that's 40mm in diameter. Here's the side profile of the watch. You can see beautiful high polish on the side profile of the watch, matching with the sides of the bracelet and on the setting of the bezel. Once again, we have G to H clarity diamonds on the lugs themselves. You can see completely symmetrical, going from beautifully done smaller diamonds to a much larger set of diamonds before tapering back into a smaller set of diamonds. On the crown guards as well, we have beautiful triple set diamonds. Of course, again, of course, completely symmetrical as well, as we take the best care of doing our custom watch, rather our custom adjustments to these watches. All right, so this is really the main focus of this video. We do want to show that, you can get something similar. You can still get a very high-end looking, very high-end, iced out Rolex, without having to pay an arm and a leg for it. Like I said, base model retail price, you're probably looking at around $300,000 just for the watch alone, if you can get it, because it is a sort of a special edition watch, very hard to get, and very high price. But if you're looking for something similar, I trust you, it won't cost you an arm and a leg for you to do this custom job, for having that bezel, that dial, and even these pave diamonds. We have the price and the link in the description below. But besides that, it's still your regular Daytona watch. So all the nothing else has changed, once again, from the dial, bezel, and the case itself. I'm going to go ahead and show you the crown functions. So we're going to unwind the crown counterclockwise. As shown, this is a twin lock double waterproofness system, as shown from the crown functions here. Actually, I'm completely wrong. That's a triple lock waterproofness system. These little 3-dot indices actually indicate the waterproofness system on the watch itself. So this is a triple lock, but it still has a water resistance of 100 meters or 330 feet. In the standard position is where you can actually wind the watch. About 15 to 20 winds is all you need to get the watch started once more. Pulling the crown out to the next position will allow you to adjust the hands bidirectionally, however you like, so you can set the time however you like. Pressing the crown back in will start the second hand at the 6 o'clock position, as it is stopped when you pull the crown out to the final position, which allows for precise time settings such as tune atomic clock online. And of course, make sure always keep your watch nice and tight against the case, as you want to keep that water resistance. Once again, 100 meters or 330 feet. At the 12 o'clock positions, we have the chrono pushers for the watch, as this is a chronograph watch. So I'm going to go ahead and unwind those counterclockwise as well. Same functions of the crown. The 2 o'clock pusher will start and stop the central seconds hand, which I had at the 8 o'clock position there. You can see it started, and I can stop it. And at the 4 o'clock position, let you reset it. Okay, so very simple stopwatch feature for you to use if you're interested in using it. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and place the screws back in, tight against the case. All right, so moving on to the bracelet now. The bracelet, beautiful oyster style bracelet. It's a 3-piece link bracelet, matching, nice brush finish on the outer of the 3-piece links, nice mirror finish down the center. As this sort of, the Daytona has always been sort of a mix between a sort of dressy watch and a sports watch, as well. With these adjustments, it's more of a dress watch now, as we have that sort of beautiful lining from the lugs of the diamond lugs, contrasting with the brush finish, and then also contrasting with the mirror finish as well, bringing the best of each other throughout the watch. Moving on to the other side, I just want to show you the continuous patterning of finish. You can see brush finish throughout, mirror finish throughout, and once again meeting to the original taper from the lugs. You can see those beautiful symmetrical diamonds once more. Moving on to the clasp now. The clasp is just a simple safety folding oyster clasp. We're going to open up the safety as so, open up the folding portion as so, revealing its nicely high polished clasp blades. All right. That sits back on top, and then the safety comes back down on that. All right, the movement is housed in this, this oyster case backing, nicely satin finish, bordered by a nice high polish all around. The movement for this Daytona watch You're looking at an in-house made movement by Rolex, of course. It's a perpetual mechanical self-winding movement. It's a caliber 4130 movement. Has a precision of -2 + 2 seconds a day. So it's within Swiss specs. The functions of the movement itself, of course, is just the center hour, minute, and seconds hand at the subdial, tracking of the elapsed times of both of these subdials, and the usage of the chronograph function, which is the central seconds hand here, controlled by the chrono pushers. And I've shown you, and as I've shown you with the chronograph pushers itself and the crown functions. Also, there's still a paramagnetic blue paracomb hairspring, and you're looking at a power reserve of 72 hours for this watch, meaning that if you put this watch down on a Friday evening, you pick it back up on a Monday afternoon, and it'll be keeping time just fine. All right, now let me actually go ahead and show you this watch on my wrist. So we're going to open up that folding oyster, close it up as so, and there we are. So you can see, beautiful. This is a beautiful Daytona watch. Once again, custom done. You can see those very beautiful symmetrical diamonds paved on the lugs, on the crown guards. Very beautifully contrasting against the rainbow set bezel and the rainbow dial as well. Like I said, this won't cost you an arm and a leg. If you're interested in getting something similar to this done, check out our website at jazztime.com. Links are in the description below. But if you liked the video, please like, comment, subscribe below. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys soon.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in Jazztime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.